Hey friends, it's Marlene, and today I am back with another DIY. Now this right here, guys, is a Dollar Tree bunny that I decoupage, and it was inspired by the gray checkered Mackenzie Childs bunny. Now my friends, I could not find the wooden bunnies at my local Dollar Tree, so I had to improvise a little bit here. What I did was use the decoupage bunny that I had from last year. You can see one side is already decoupage, and I just used the other side, which was already painted gray. The napkins are Mackenzie Childs napkins, and I ordered these from Amazon. I will definitely put the link in the description box, so you guys can also, if you're interested, go ahead and make the purchase through the link. So now, of course, you're going to need Mod Podge. This size I found on Amazon, the 32 fluid ounce. And for those of you that love doing this type of project, this is a great buy. I am going to link this as well in the description box. It was well worth the money. Now let's get into creating this Mackenzie Childs inspired bunny. So guys, before I start, I like to pre-measure the napkin just to see how it's going to lay across the bunny. The napkins that I'm using are 3-ply. So I removed 2 layers and worked with just one single layer. And that helps it to lay much flatter against the bunny. I've tried using 2 layers before, and believe me, it did not turn out good. When I added a top coat, it started to bubble up. So single layers are much better when you're using decoupage. So next, I am going to use these sponges to add the decoupage. I will also link the pack of sponges that I'm using in the description box. It is much better with the sponges. You get a nice even layer. And here is where you really want to take your time, because you do not want to put on too much, because you don't want the napkin to rip once you lay it on. So now friends, here you have to be very patient and you have to be very gentle. If it starts to bubble up in areas that you don't want, kind of smooth it out with your fingers, lightly smooth it out. You can always relift it, and wherever needs more glue, you add the glue underneath. And if you ever decoupage something that you don't like, you can always remove it. I have removed my decoupage before with goof off. Yes, goof off. So you can always reverse your mistakes if you make a mistake. And remember, it is a DIY and nothing is going to be perfect. Just be patient with this one. So guys, what you want to do is wait until it's dried for about half an hour to 45 minutes it takes for it to really dry. Then, as you see here, I am removing the excess pieces of napkin from around the bunny. You could smooth the edges with a little sanding block. So now I am going to add the second layer of Mod Podge. And here I am using a brush because I prefer to go over this with the brush. For some reason, I find the sponge is kind of hard. So I just go over the second layer with a brush. And afterwards, you are going to let that dry for the same amount of time. About half an hour to 45 minutes, the longer, the better. So now my friends, here it is. As you can see, I painted the edges gold. I used my gold paint. This is the paint that I used. And I just painted around the edges, just like I said at the beginning. It's inspired by the Mackenzie Childs gray checkered bunny. So of course, right here is a bow that I repurposed from a gift box that I had. And I'm just using a gold bow, gluing it right there. And now, my friends, my bunny is finished. Okay, friends, so the best part about this DIY is that I get two looks in one piece. So if I do decide that I don't want the checkered look, I can always turn it and I will get my beautiful decoupage look. So there you have it, my friends, my Mackenzie Childs inspired bunny. Anyway, guys, my name is Marlene. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care for now.